Thanks for joining me as I report from my office in the Rayburn office building about the week's activities. Another week of failed opportunities. What we saw was a 38th attempt, 38th, which is costing taxpayers money in efforts to repeal the Affordable Care Act, better known to many of the critics out there as Obamacare. There were reports, ironically, on the day that we were dealing with the measure, of benefits to New York. A huge article that came out indicating that for individual plans, for those who will be shopping for their plans for healthcare insurance, great reductions, 50% or more in premiums that will be paid. It seems as though New York is now being talked about as that sampling of having set up a good exchange and working within the construct of the Affordable Care Act legislation to provide the benefit for many. You know, as we were asked to repeal that measure, I was asked to deny the opportunities that have befallen many of the people in the district. When you think of it, some 36,000, 37,000 children in the district would now be disallowed health care insurance because of pre-existing conditions. Do we want to go back to that situation? 12,000 plus seniors have received benefits, reimbursements because of pharmaceutical costs. The reimbursements are very meaningful, some $16 billion in the district. 124,000 seniors who are guaranteed free annual physicals and various screenings that are done without any co-payments, deductibles, or co-insurance. So these are benefits that are real. People have also been asking, with this repeal effort by the Republicans, are they asking us to return the rebate checks that people are receiving across this country, which is millions of people who have received a rebate because the insurance company did not live in compliance with ACA, where 80% of the premiums collected must go back in form of direct services. So this was a foolish move. We need to improve upon a package called the Affordable Care Act, not repeal it, and continue a political showboating that is costing the taxpayer money. In the other area of activity, ESEA, the Elementary, Secondary, and Education Act, was before us on the floor. Now, the plan offered by the Republicans simply was a clueless response. It doesn't see education as preparing the workforce of the future. It was very apparent, very, very much so. And you don't have to take my word for it. The business community, the Chamber of Commerce, had indicated strong concern, the United States Chamber of Commerce, about this bill. The Business Roundtable, many groups, the educator community, and many leaders in the education fight saw this as a failure. What it does is take the sequester that was applied to education, and remember, it was a mindless, thoughtless exercise, sequestration. Well, the dumbing down of education here was then codified as that cap for investment, so that we're cutting over $1 billion to the 2012 level for education funding, and we cannot reinstate dollars from that level. This reach to sequestration, made formal into the next budget year, is the wrong approach for education. No work on accountability and no improvement in testing. Everywhere I go in the district, be it students, parents, educators, leaders of the education community, they have said to me the testing situation is a really hard thing for our kids to endure. And while we could have fixed it, the Democratic substitute to the bill called for grade span testing. We didn't have that opportunity here. It goes unchanged. So many, many situations. Block granting the funds for education in a way that cleverly masquerades cuts to education. Sequestration levels of funding for education, dumbing down by over $1 billion, and then now providing for accountability or reforms to testing. Just showed how short we fell in getting the kind of reform that we needed for education. And it's no wonder the business community, the education community, and various sectors of our community have denounced the measure. So look forward to some improvement here next week as we move forward and continue to address the needs of workforce development, education, job creation. Let's put out those packages that will grow jobs. Talk to you soon. Talk to you next week.